Today I'm going to teach punctuators. What are punctuators which are used in Python? Most commonly used punctuators in Python are single quote, double quote, hash, slash, parenthesis, this curly braces, and square brackets, at, comma, semicolon, dot, equal. These are the punctuators used in Python. Variable and assignments. What are variables and how variables are assigned with the values? I'm going to explain. A named memory location that refers to a value and whose value can be used and processed during program run is called variables. So simply you can say variable is a memory location, and in a memory location you can assign any value. We take one example. We are creating a variable. See, value is a variable, and in this value, that is variable, it represents a memory location in the hard disk. Okay, in this variable we are assigning 50. Now 50 is stored in some memory location, and the name of the memory location is value, and this value is integer variable. So value becomes an integer variable. Another variable is name, and we are assigning Amit into name. So in this memory location that is named by name, and this variable is assigned by string variable. Another variable is amount, and in amount variable 123.35 value is assigned, and this value is float type, floating point variable. So amount becomes floating point variable. There is a note: variables are not storage containers. Variables are not storage containers in Python. The variable in Python does not have fixed locations, unlike other programming language. The location they refer to change every time their value change. So it is a very important point. See, value is a variable. It represents a memory location. Okay, in this memory location 50 is assigned, but when you change the value, then memory location is also changed. So this thing you need to keep in your mind. When you change the value, then memory location is changed. L value and R values. L values, it is the expression that can comes on the LHS of the assignment. R value is the expression that comes on the RHS of the assignment. So there are two types of assignment, LHS and RHS. Let's explain. Multiple assignments. You can assign the same value to the multiple variables in the following way. See, there are three variables x, y, z, and we are assigning one common value, that is 20, to all the variables. Now the value of x is 20, value of y is also 20, and the value of z is also 20. Assigning multiple values to multiple variables. There is another way: x, y, z. In the x 40 is assigned, y 50 is assigned, and z 60 is assigned. So this type of assignment is called multiple assignment. Dynamic type: if you assign a value to a variable and later another value of different data type you assign to the same variable, it does not give any error. In Python, there is dynamic typing. It means in a variable you can assign any type of the value. You can assign this string, integer, float, any value you can assign in same name variable. This type of assignment is called dynamic typing. So in Python, a variable is not a fixed data type. Simple input and output. In Python, to get input from the user, an inbuilt function, input function, is used. When you want to take input from the user, like keyboard, then a special function you can use, and this function is called input function. In input function you can pass an argument like student name, and this student name will be assigned in a variable, that is sname. The input function always returns the data of a type string. So it is fixed that input function will return only string type. Reading number, as we know that input function returns a string value, therefore for numeric operations we need to convert these values into int or float form using int function or float functions. For example, amount, input, enter amount. See, when user will input amount, the default data type of amount is string. So if you want to perform any arithmetic operation, mathematical operation in amount, then you need to change amount into numeric, for example integer or float, then only you can perform mathematical operation. Output through print statement. When you want to print any output using Python language, there is a function to produce the output, and it is print function. The syntax of using print function of Python is print object separator string and /n or end string. This is the print function arguments. Object means it can be one or more multiple comma separated object to be printed. Example, print 22 plus 5. So first of all it will print the value of 22 plus 5, that is 27, and then it will print year old. Write questions and answers of your textbook in class notes copy. This is the note for you. Now I am going to teach what is data handling. See, this chapter includes more about data types, variables, operators, and expressions used in Python. Python supports various data types. Data are used as integer, float, and character or string type. Python offers following built-in core data types. So except integer, float, character, and string data type, Python supports number, string, list, tuples, dictionary. Number. What are number data type? The number in Python have the following core data types. There are varieties of numbers. First number data type is integer. Integer, signed integers, it may be positive or negative or zero. This is called integers. Integers in Python can be of any length. It is only limited by a memory available. It is signed representation. It can be positive as well as negative. So there is no limit of integer length in Python. Another is Boolean data type. It is also an integer. 1 represents true and 0 represents false. It represents false or true, which behaves like 0 and 1. To get the Boolean equivalent of 0 and 1, you can type bool 0 or bool 1. Python will return false or true respectively. Floating point. The fractional number can be written in two forms. So fractional numbers are called floating point in Python. Fractional forms examples 5678.90, 34528.432. These are float numbers because these numbers have some fractional parts. Exponent form 5.6789E03. 0.45284532E04. These are also floating point numbers. There is another number data type or numeric data type that is supported by Python. It is complex. A complex number is a combination of real number and imaginary numbers. In complex number a plus bi, a and b are real. A and b are real and I is the imaginary quantity, which is represented by under root minus 1. We can retrieve these two parts using arbitrary reference for complex numbers p. P real will return real part of the complex number, and p dot imag will return the imaginary part as float. Not as a complex number. String. A string data type lets you hold the string data which is any number of valid characters into a set of quotation marks. So string is a type which holds the characters or digits, but if you hold the digit, mathematical operation cannot be performed in a string. For example, PQRS uh, dollar New Delhi 3456.89, it is double quoted, so it becomes a string. Forward and backward indexing of any string value can be represented in the following manners. So Python supports forward and backward indexing. Let's understand what is forward and backward indexing. See, this is a text or a string informatics. So I index is 0, N index is 1, F index is 2, 0 index is 3 till 9. And if you are following backward indexing, then index of S is -1, index of C is -2, then index of I is -10. Lists and tuples. Another data type is list and tuples. Let's understand what is list and tuple. These are compound data types of Python. Therefore, we have taken together to study, but these are one difference. List can be modified, but tuples cannot be modified. So list and tuples holds different data types, but there is one difference between list and tuples, that list can be modified, but tuples cannot be modified. A list in Python represents a list of comma-separated values of any data type between square brackets. So when you make the list, you need to use square brackets. See, this is the example of list. Square bracket 13579. Another list: Amit, Sumit, Rajiv, Gaurav, Namrata 202, 204, 404, 302. This is a list. So list is a collection of data of different data types or same data types. Let's check tuples. Tuples are represented as a list of comma-separated values of any data types within parentheses. To create tuples, you need to use parentheses. See, there is a tuple named X and it has the data 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Another tuple is Y and it has vowels of English alphabets. They are in small letters A, E, I, O, U. List can be nested also. For example, there is a list head A, B, C, D, and there is, in the same list there is another list 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is example of nested list. There is one more list, list X, Y, Z. List can be concatenated by using plus operators. So with the help of plus operator, you can join the list. For example, head 1 plus list would produce 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, X, Y, Z. So here head 1 and list is joined and makes a new list. To obtain the length of list, following len commands can be used. So see, print len head. So how many elements are in head? Then it will be printed with the help of len. In addition, you can use the augmented addition assignment to add items to the list, but you must specify a list as the object to be added as the following example. See, list plus equal to 8. So 8 element will be added in the same list. Another data type is dictionary. I explain what is dictionary. The dictionary is the list of unordered set of comma-separated value within the combination of key value pair. In the list, there is a one key and its value. It is declared within parentheses. So whenever you want to create a list, you need to use this curly bracket. See, one example of the list is here. Capital V is your name of dictionary, and its elements are, key value pairs are A1, E2, I3, 04, U5. U is a key and 5 is its value. So like that, dictionary can be created in Python. Let me explain what are mutable and immutable types. Mutable means modifiable, and immutable means that is not modifiable. Let me explain. The data types used in Python are broadly classified into two categories: modifiable mutable and non-modifiable immutable. Immutable types. So what are immutable types? The immutable types are those that never change their values in place. Integer, float, boolean, strings, and tuples come into this category. So see, x equal to 8, y equal to x, z equal to 8. So here you are not allowed to change the values in same place. It will produce 8, 8, 8. See, the value of x is 8, then you are assigning in y, so y becomes 8, z equal to 8. So here you are assigning the same value to the z also. So it is producing 8, 8, 8. Okay. In Python, value to variables are stored differently in a Python different manner. Each value is having a fixed defined memory location. When we define any variable for any given value, the variable is referred to the location where the value is stored, and as we change the value of the variable, the reference of the memory location for the variable is changed. In Python, it keeps a count internally to count that how many variables are referring a value. So many variables can refer to the same value. See, here is a value 8 and its memory location is 20216. So x variable is referring to the same value 8, y is also referring to the same value 8, and z is also referring to the same value 8. So it is a immutable. Because if you change the value of x, then this x will not refer to the same location, it will refer to another location. You can confirm it yourself by using id. It returns the memory address to which a variable is referring in the above example. See, when you check the id of x, id of y, id of z, they will show the same memory location. So in Python practically you can check it. Thank you.